Hey, what's up guys? AsianHomeVideos here. Just gonna do a quick video on my thoughts and opinions on what's gonna happen this next ban list, what I think should happen, what might not happen, whatever. These are just my thoughts and my opinions on my predictions, I guess. Yeah, my predictions. So please don't hate. Give me a thumbs up for the awesome Matt. Here we go. Please feel free to leave a comment on your thoughts and opinions. Okay, first off, we're gonna start with cards that are new to the list. Cards that are going to debut on the March Banlist. Okay, Thunder King Ryo. This card should go from 3 to 2 because this card is too good. It does too much for one card. You guys all know it's true. This card is cheating. Put this card at 2. This card used to be a side deck card. Now people are maining this in like a lot of the top meta decks. This card's not fair. Put this card at 2. After that, we have the Agent of Mystery Earth. All the top meta decks are probably going to get hit in one way or another, so we're going to start off with this guy. Why should this guy get hit? Well, a lot of people are saying Hyperion should get hit, but Hyperion is not the problem. This card is the problem. Decks are good, and decks are consistent because they have floaters. This is your level 2 floater that just happens to be a tuner. Oh yeah, it's a level 2, so you can go into Gachi with it. This card is cheating. Put this card at 1. This is your Stratos. You put the Stratos at 1, and the deck is now trash. You don't need to touch Hyperion, because if you put the floater at 1, that deck loses 2 agents, so they're probably going to have to end up running 2 Hyperions anyways, because the deck only runs 6 agents to begin with. So Hyperion is not going to be a good card. It's going to be like a dead draw at 3. Next, I think Pot of Duality should go from 3 to 2. This card is too good. This is the reason why a lot of decks we're running today can keep up with all those other decks. This card adds a lot of speed. It adds a lot of consistency. Some people say it's balanced. This card is a bit too good to be called balanced. Put this card at 2. 2 is fair. Next we have Grapha. One of those, sorry about that, that's my phone, if you can hear that. Next we have Grapha. Why should Grapha go to 2? Because Dark Worlds are okay. I don't think they're that great. They're okay, but you have to hit something right. So you put the boss monster at 2. I could also see Gates going to 2, but let's just put Grapha at 2 for right now. And ending, this is the end of the list for all the new cards that are going to make an appearance. We have Levier. I think Levier should go from 3 to 1 because of the sole reason. This is the only card, this is the only Exceed that's being abused right now in the meta. People actually bring this out like twice. Like there's other cards like Gachi, but this is like the problematic one because like Levier gives you a lot of options and it gives you a lot of plays. I think Levier should go to 1. Next off, we have cards that should go from 2 to 3. We're gonna start off with Mind Crush. Mind Crush is okay. It's a side deck card at best. This card was getting a lot of hype at the beginning of the format. People were running this, 2 of these with Trap Does Shoot. That's just bad Yu-Gi-Oh! This card is not that consistent. It's a side deck card at best. This card should be at 3. Bottomless Trap Hole from 2 to 3. Why? Because we need this to counter that Broken Rabbit stuff, you know? All those big broken boss monsters that come out. We need something to stop them. Give us Bottomless back. You know, this card was a lot better back in the day, and it's still good, but, you know, people are running D-Prison now. Like, just give us the other Bottomless. Most of the time it's just a 1-for-1, and nowadays 1-for-1 cards, like, just, they're really good, but, like, they're just not as good as they used to be, you know what I mean? Like, just Smashing Ground Fisher. Can you believe those cards need to be at 1? Ridiculous, right? Solemn Warning to 3. Why? Because the card, it costs 2,000. 2,000. That's a lot. Yeah, you have to pay 2,000 life points, and anybody who runs Solemn Warnings knows that this is a horrible top deck. If you want to run 3, be my guest. You know, with 3 Space Typhoons and a Heavy Storm, this card is just not as strong. But this card is still very good. Why should this card go to 3? Because it's not as strong with 3 Space Typhoons and a Heavy Storm, but also because it stops those broken, you know, Logia plays. It stops all those broken boss monsters like BLS and whatnot, the tour guide. It stops those broken plays from going off. and I would love to see this card at 3. Next off, cards that should go from 1 to 2. We're going to start off with Blackwing Kalute the Moonshadow. You hit, like every ban list, you hit Blackwings, and they just never go away. This is the format they went away. I think it's time to give them something back. Give them the second Kalute. You can only run Kalute and Blackwings. This card is not honest. Honest, I can set it, I can defend with it, and I can bounce it back to my hand. And I can run that in any deck that runs lights. I can only run this in Blackwings. Give Blackwings their second Kalute. Okay, Lumina should go to 2. Why? Lightsworn suck. That deck is trash. That deck is horrible. That deck is inconsistent. You guys know it's true. Give them the second Lumina. Okay, you know, this is like, they've wrecked this deck. This deck is nothing now. Just give them something back. I think it's time you give back those decks you wrecked something. Give Lightsworn this. I know you gave them the third Judgment Dragon, but just because you give them the second Lumina does not make this deck tier 1, okay? Does not make this deck tier 2 even. It just makes this deck a bit more playable. And, oh, while we're on this topic, put Necrogarna at 3. Their card's too slow now. Put that card at 3. I don't have that card in here because I forgot about it, but now that I'm talking about Lightsworn, I remember Necrogarna should go to 3. Okay, Lumina to 2 because why? You don't... Okay, you only have one charge of the Light Brigade, so that's the only way to search any Lightsworn. So it's the deck isn't that consistent. Oh yeah, what else? Yeah. You only have one Honest to protect your Lumina. Put this at 2. Okay, next we have Infernity Launcher. I know this card is good. I know if you guys played against this deck in the past, that this deck was broken when it went off. It like OTK'd you. But I don't think Konami was fair when they put this at 1 because of this reason. When this deck was tier 1, there was a lot of other decks that were better than this deck. And let me just mention X-Sabers. X-Sabers were more consistent, and X-Sabers did not lose to a single card. You have to understand that this deck loses to a single card. This deck loses to what? An Effect Veiler? A Max C? This deck loses to DD Crow? Oh, not to mention there's 3 Space Typhoons and a Heavy Storm? Put this card at 2. The format that this deck was tier 1, X-Sabers were the better and the more consistent deck. And you did not touch Sabers at all. I do not understand that. Put this card at 2. It's fair. It's fair for this deck. This card loses to a single Max C, a single Effect Veiler. And that's just how it is. Necrophase to 2, why? Because this is like one of my favorite decks of all time. You know, it's one of those random decks that's annoying, but it's not insanely broken. It's broken in its own way. And this card should go to 2 because it's fucking Necrophase. Cards are gonna go from 2 to 1. First off, oh yeah, we only have one card, Tragodia. This card's too good. It has a built-in brain control. Yeah, exceeds anybody. Exceeds. Yeah. This card's cheating. Put this at 1, please. Okay, cards that should be banned. What is this guy? Oh, that's a Sangan. Okay, pretty obvious. Why should Sangan get banned? Because if you ban Sangan, those tour guide players are forced to run Tour Bus, which promotes Order of Chaos. People will be buying more of those packs because they're gonna have to run that Tour Bus if they want to run that third tour guide. And Sangan, like if I draw Sangan, I'm okay with that because it's a really good floater. But if I draw a Tour Bus, that sucks. But I have to run Tour Bus if I don't have Sangan, right? So it's kind of one of those things. This card's too good, been around forever, but it needs to go because of tour guide. Tour guide's cheating with this, and yeah. While you ban this, you're still promoting your product, so it's good. Monster Reborn. This card is too good. This card is too good. Why is this card too good? Because this card gives you a lot of options. This card gives you a lot of plays. And this deck, this card puts extra damage on the board, lets you push for game. This card's ridiculous. Mind Control exceeds anybody, lets you push for game. Synchros, whatever, does it all. Too good. Banned. Brionic. This card's cheating. You guys all know it. This card's gonna get banned. Should get banned. There's loops you could do with this guy, dude. This guy is cheating. Ban this guy. It's bad. And finally, we have Gores. Why did I put Gores last? This is the one I want to talk about the most. I hate this card, but I run this card in almost all my decks because the card is too good. This card gives you, it gives too much advantage. What? A level 7 27 beater with 25 defense, not to mention you get a token that just happens to be a light, so if you have an honest in hand, yeah, that happens, guys. It happens. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, and if you have, like, those effect failures in hand, they're tuners. Scrap Dragon, Stardust, whatever. Level 7, dude. It's cheating. This card wins games when it shouldn't. Just let me play out a scenario for you. I'm at 800 life points. I took some damage earlier, and I paid with warning, so I'm pretty low. My opponent's, like, at 4,000, just because he's at 4,000. And I got 2 Thunder King Ryos on board. And then I have a Starlight Road set and a Solemn Judgment set. I attack for 19, dropping him to 21. He drops Gores. And then, like, he has Gores. Wow. I think I just lost to Gores. Yes, let's say I'm at 800 life points, so I lose to Gores. He drops the Gores. Gores is ridiculous. This card does what no other card can do in Yu-Gi-Oh! This card's ridiculous. This card changes the way you enter. This card single-handedly changed the way you enter your battle phase. You have to attack low to high, or if they have a monster, you attack with your highest first and then low, and then you attack low, just so you get the most damage in, or you can get over the token. This card's cheating. This card changes the way Yu-Gi-Oh! Is played, and cards like this need to be banned. This card's ridiculous. That's like any other card. Like, I don't mind if I lose to a top deck tour guide into a Levier, bring back that Venus, and banish the Venus for that Hyperion that's in my opponent's hand. I don't care if I lose to that. If I lose to a Gores that has been top decked, I am pissed off. This card takes absolutely no skill, and there's no playing around it. If they have an open field, I have to attack. I mean, sometimes you don't have to attack, but sometimes you have to attack. It's ridiculous. This card does too much. You guys know it's true. I hate that card. Cards that are going to go back to 1. Okay, first off, Royal Oppression. Why? A lot of decks rely off of special summoning, broken special summoning, and this card laughs at those decks. If you want to do nothing but special summoning, this card will make you pay for it. And with 3 Space Typhoons and a Heavy Storm, this card is definitely fair at 1. Guayo Garden. Guayo Guardian to 1 because we all miss this card. We all wish this was not banned. And since you're banning Brionic, you give us back the Guayo. Why? Why do I think Crush Card should? Why I think Crush Card should bring? Why do I think Crush Card should come back? Simple reason. Nowadays, just because I get off a Crush Card does not mean I win the game. And you have to understand, if I'm winning the game if I won a game because I activated a Crush Card, it's because you're running a deck with too many boss monsters. And nowadays, people are running too many boss monsters. If you're running a deck with nothing but like 25, 2,000, anything above 1,500, let's say, you don't have anything below that, any floaters like that, and you're running a deck like dragons or something, this card makes those decks pay. If you want to run that shit, this will make you pay for it. This is just good for Yu-Gi-Oh! It changes the way decks are made. It changes the way the game is played. And with 3 Space Typhoons that you can end phase space and a Heavy Storm, so like just 3 Space Typhoons, like, this is fair. This is very fair. They need to bring this back. There's too many boss monsters, and this will fix that. BLS should not be banned because, 3 Solemn Warnings, cards like, Crush Card. This card should not be banned. This card should stay at 1. Just putting that out there. Oh yeah, other things I forgot to mention. Dandelion, we'll see the ban list. Plants have not gone away for the longest time, and the reason why they're good is Dandelion. You can say it's Lonefire, but it's Dandelion. Those tokens... Imagine, plants with no tokens. Dandelion produces the tokens, and whenever it hits the graveyard, you get the tokens. Dandelion is where it's broken. Ban the Dandelion. What else do you do? We've hit agents, we've hit plants, we've hit... Hold up, let me take a look. We took plants, agents... Oh, I forgot, Rescue Rabbit. Rescue Rabbit to 2. It's not Rescue Cat. You have to run vanilla monsters. put that card at 2. The card's pretty good, so just put it at 2, not 1. 1 is not fair. 2, please put it at 2. Something else I can also see happening is Logia, Evil Czar Logia or whatever, the Solemn Judgment. If that card goes to 1, I could see that happening, because that card's pretty cheating. I mean, that card's cheap, that card's cheating, that card's, yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, future of Yu-Gi-Oh! We're looking at what? With Order of Chaos, we're looking at sorry guys, we're looking at Insectors and Windups. I don't know too much about those decks, but I know Windups cause you to discard, and I think that comes from the Exceed, the Almighty, Windups Almighty or something. I think that card's gonna go to 1, something like that. And then for Insectors, I'm not too sure. I've been hearing the Hornet or whatever, but I'm not too sure on Insectors and Windups, but I do know for a fact that they're tier 1 in Japan, because that's been topping over there. You can go look on Streak for the deck list or whatever. But yeah, that's the video. These are just my thoughts and opinions, so please don't hate. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Feel free to leave your comments below what you think should be on the list. You know, what you agree, what you disagree with. These are just my opinions, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe.